All right, guys, welcome back to another video. I'm your host, T.
I'm Tasha.
And welcome to the Adventures of TNT. Now, today we are back doing some more George Carlin, in this video, he's talking about American values.
I know this not going to look good for Americans.
Oh, goodness.
It depends on what year it was, because...
It doesn't matter what year.
George
is always going in.
It does depend on what year, because when he got older, he started spitting nothing but facts, and you couldn't even laugh anymore.
Oh, right, yeah.
In the beginning, from
in the beginning it was funny.
It's funny. It's like, ha-ha, and it's truth in it, but you still can laugh. But
now it's just shocking.
When he gets older, it's like he don't give a damn. He just gonna tell you the truth on the stage, and if you laugh, it's kind of like an awkward laugh, like, oh shit, he letting us have it. So I'm interested to see what year this is from.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Other people eat a nice meal and puke it up intentionally. Where do we get our values from? I do not understand our values. By the way, speaking of American values, aren't we about due to start bombing some small country that only has a marginally effective air force? Seems to me like we're weeks overdue to drop high explosives on helpless civilians. People who have no argument with us whatsoever. I think we ought to be out there doing what we do best, gang, making large holes in other people's countries. I hate to be repetitious, but we are a warlike lot. We can't stand it not to be fucking with somebody. We couldn't wait for that Cold War to be over, could we? Couldn't wait for the Cold War to be over so we can go and play with our toys in the sand. Go and play with our toys in the sand. And when we're not invading some sovereign nation or setting it on fire from the air, which is more fun for our Nintendo pilots, then we're usually declaring war on something here at home. Did you ever notice that about us? We love to declare war on things here in America. Anything we don't like about ourselves, we declare war on it. We don't do anything about it. We just declare war on it. It's the only metaphor we have in our public discourse for solving problems, declaring war. We have to declare war on everything. We have a war on crime, the war on poverty, the war on litter, the war on cancer, the war on drugs. But you ever notice we got no war on homelessness? Oh, no war on homelessness. You know why? There's no money in that problem.
Oh,
no money to be made off of the homeless.
This is so true, and it's crazy that he brought this up, because I was just talking about this yesterday when I was doing my videos, and we were talking about homelessness here in Atlanta, because a lot of the veterans here are unfortunately homeless. And I never even thought about it. Like, I remember when they had the war on drugs. Right. And it's like, yeah, you're going to, instead of trying to rehabilitate the people, it's like they're criminals. You don't
criminalize it because there's more money in it.
You don't take them to, like, rehab or anything like that. You just throw them in jail. And it's like, well, do you really want to help them?
No.
And it just seems like a war on poor people, really.
Yeah.
You know, and I never even thought about it. Why don't they have a war against homelessness? This is what I love doing Carlin, because he makes me think about things that I never thought about before, or even things that I was thinking about. Right. It just, like, really...
From a different perspective.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. We, like, a minute and 30 seconds in?
A minute and 30 seconds. All right, let's go.
If you could find a solution to homelessness where the corporate swine and the politicians could steal a couple of $1 million each, you'd see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty goddamn quick. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that. Yeah. I got an idea. You know what they ought to do? Give the homeless their own magazine. Give them their own magazine. Would make them feel better, for one thing. That's a sure sign of making it in this country. Every group in this country that arrives at a certain level has its own magazine. We have Working Mother magazine, Black Entrepreneur magazine, Hispanic Business magazine. In fact, any activity engaged in by more than 4 people in this country has got a fucking magazine devoted to it.
Yeah, so
skydiving, snowmobiling, backpacking, mountain climbing, bungee jumping, skeet shooting, duck hunting, jerking off, playing pool, shooting someone in the asshole with a dart gun. They probably got a fucking magazine for that. Walking! For Christ's sakes, walking! There's actually a fucking magazine called Walking. Look, Dan, The new walking is out. Here's a good article, putting one foot in front of the other.
Imagine that.
Give them their own magazine. Give them their own magazine. You know what you call the magazine for the homeless? Better Crates and Cartons.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, then when they get finished reading it, they can use it to line their clothing.
Oh.
That's a good, sound business solution, isn't it? That's the kind of answer you get from a conservative American businessman in this country. Say, yeah, let them read it. When they get finished reading it, they can use it to plug up the holes in them piano crates they all seem to like to live in. A good, sound, practical, conservative American business solution. I got an idea about homelessness. You know what they ought to do? Change the name of it. Change the name of it. It's not homelessness. It's houselessness.
Oh.
It's houses these people need. A home is an abstract idea. A home is a setting. It's a state of mind. These people need houses. Physical, tangible structures. They need low-cost housing. But where are you going to put it? Well, that's fine, but where are you going to put it? Where are you going to put it? Nobody wants you to build low-cost housing near their house.
That's true.
People don't want it near them. We got something in this country, you've heard of it, it's called NIMBY. N-I-M-B-Y. Not in my backyard.
Oh, yeah.
People don't want anything, any kind of social help located anywhere near them. You try to open up a halfway house. Try to open up a drug rehab.
Y'all, we seen this on our neighborhood app. And people...
It was outrage.
Remember I was telling you? And it was an older lady.
Yeah.
And I understood where she was coming from because she's been in the neighborhood for years. And all of a sudden, they wanted to put a halfway house next door to her.
Yeah.
It does equal crime. It does. Don't look at me like that.
Okay, no, I mean...
I'm just saying. And you got to see it from both perspectives because...
I think most people understand from both perspectives.
If you read these comments in the neighborhood app, no, they don't.
Oh.
No, they don't. But,
well, I mean, I don't want a halfway house next to our house or in our neighborhood.
And so then you get the not in my backyard.
Yeah, that's how I am. Not in my neighborhood.
Oh, see, well, you the problem then. But in Atlanta, there's so many land. It's so much.
There's a lot of land here.
There's a lot of land.
Yeah, exactly.
And there is a way to do it.
There's a better way to do it.
They didn't even want. Because I know there was an area they were trying to do like tiny homes.
Yeah.
And Georgia was like, no.
But the thing of it is like there's so much land here.
Yeah. Why does it have to be next to an established neighborhood?
Right, exactly.
And I know y'all might come after us.
No, you can leave your comments in the comment section, and we can have a discussion about it.
Yeah,
But we're gonna go ahead and keep things going.
Okay. I just had to say.
Yeah, not in my backyard.
An alcohol rehab center. Try to do a homeless shelter somewhere. Try to open up a little home for some retarded people who want to work their way into the community. People say, not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them, especially if it might help somebody else. Part of that great American spirit of generosity we hear about. Great, generous American spirit. You can ask an Indian about that. Ask an Indian about if you can find one. You got to locate an Indian first. We've made them just a little difficult to find. Well, if you need current data, select a black family at random. Ask them how generous America has been to them. People don't want anything near them, even if it's something they believe in, something they think society needs, like prisons. Everybody wants more prisons, right? Everybody wants more prisons. People say, build more prisons! But not here. Well, why not? What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong with having a prison in your neighborhood? Well, seems to me like it would make it a pretty crime-free area, don't you think? You think a lot of crackheads and pimps and hookers and thieves are going to be hanging around in front of a fucking prison? Bullshit, they ain't coming anywhere near it. What's wrong with these people? All the criminals are locked up behind the walls, and if a couple of them do break out, what do you think they're going to do? Hang around? Check real estate trends? Bullshit. They're fucking gone. That's the whole idea of breaking out of prison, is to get the fuck as far away as you possibly can. Not in my backyard. People don't want anything near them. Except military bases. They don't mind that, do they? They like that. Give them an army base. Give them a navy base. Makes them happy. Why? Jobs. Jobs. Self-interest. Even if the base is loaded with nuclear weapons, they don't give a fuck. They say, well, I'll take a little radiation if I can get a job. Working people have been fucked over so long in this country, those are the kind of decisions they're left to make.
Wow.
I've got just the place for low-cost housing. I have solved this problem. I know where we can build housing for the homeless. Golf courses.
Ooh.
Perfect. Golf courses. Just what we need. Just what we need. Plenty of good land in nice neighborhoods. Land that is currently being wasted on a meaningless, mindless activity engaged in primarily by white, well-to-do male businessmen who use the game to get together to make deals to carve this country up a little finer among themselves. I am getting tired, really getting tired of these golfing cocksuckers in their green pants and their yellow pants and their orange pants and their precious little hats and their cute little golf carts. It is time to reclaim the golf courses from the wealthy and turn them over to the homeless. Golf is an arrogant, elitist game, and it takes up entirely too much room in this country.
Yikes.
Too much room in this country. It is an arrogant game on its very design alone. Just the design of the game speaks of arrogance. Think of how big a golf course is. The ball is that fucking big. What do these pinheaded pricks need with all that land? There are over 17,000 golf courses in America. They average over 150 acres apiece. That's 3 million plus acres. 4,820 square miles. You could build 2 Rhode Islands and a Delaware for the homeless. On the land currently being wasted on this meaningless, mindless, arrogant, elitist, racist, there's another thing. The only blacks you'll find in country clubs are carrying trays.
Oh!
Boring game. Boring game for boring people. You ever watch golf on television? It's like watching flies fuck. and a mindless game. Mindless. Think of the intellect it must take to draw pleasure from this activity. Hitting a ball with a crooked stick and then walking after it. And then hitting it again. I say, pick it up, asshole. You're lucky you found the fucking thing. Put it in your pocket and go the fuck home. You're a winner. You're a winner. You found it. No.
Yeah, he goes golfing.
Right. Oh, yeah, he's not clapping.
No chance of that happening. Dorco in the plaid knickers is going to hit it again and walk some more. Let these rich cocksuckers play miniature golf. Let them fuck with a windmill for an hour and a half or so. See if there's really any skill among these people. Now, I know there are some people who play golf who don't consider themselves rich. Fuck them! And shame on them for engaging in an arrogant, elitist pastime. Hey, here's another place we could put some low-cost housing. Cemeteries. There's another idea whose time has passed.
Oh, my God.
Saving all the dead people for one part of town? What the hell kind of a medieval, superstitious, religious bullshit idea is that? Plow these motherfuckers up, plow them into the streams and rivers of America. We need that phosphorus for farming. If we're going to recycle, let's get serious.
Oh, man. George Carlin is wild.
That was very interesting stand-up.
Yeah, it went right. It went from our values of wanting to go to war to golfing to digging up dead people to solve the homelessness issue.
Hey, I mean, he's giving solutions.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people aren't giving any solutions. So hey,
Yeah.
don't talk about it, be about it.
Right. Okay. I can get down with that, and that's funny because no matter how silly it may be, at least he is giving solutions.
There you go.
So this was very interesting. Of course, guys, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about this piece and what you thought about some of the topics or some of the solutions that George was talking about. Oh, go ahead, baby.
Just let us know any part that you like, dislike, or agree or disagree
Absolutely.
with it, but respectfully.
Yeah.
And we can have a conversation going in the comment section down below.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
make sure you subscribe to the video and check us out on Patreon because a lot of these videos don't make it to YouTube.
Yeah, on Patreon we have a little bit more exclusive reactions or comedic reactions that we can't upload to YouTube. So make sure you check that out.
In the description
Absolutely.
down below.
Yep. Guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.